Welcome to Behind the Screen from the Coolidge Corner Theater in Brookline, Massachusetts. I'm Tim Jackson, and I'm talking with Andrew Silver, producer, director, actor, writer, all of these things.
Glad to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you back.
Was it May 23rd last year?
It was. We did your film Radio Cape Cod,
Right.
which is a beautiful film. Anybody unfamiliar with Cape Cod, that's all they have to do is watch that,
Right.
and they'll want to take a vacation down
Exactly
there.
right. Go to the website,
Okay.
radiocapecod.com.
Okay, great. And so we're going to talk about distribution.
What I've learned in the last 9 months.
With your film, and what we were talking about earlier, is it's fascinating. It's such a fast changing world of distribution. It's got Hollywood dizzy. They don't really know what to do with all of these wonderful films that are being made independently, and probably even their features. So, you named 4 particular, I guess, avenues of distribution.
Right. What I've sort of learned, and people are doing everywhere in the world, one of them, of course, we know about, which is airlines. This is and there are independent distributors that go into the airlines. Now that there are so many airlines, and they are looking for all different kinds of product, all different lengths, because they're differently. So that's one. A second one, which
let me just stop. So they actually are looking for different length films. So you
yeah,
can do an hour film.
An hour film, or cut a 75-minute film down to an hour, because there's.
Well, that's a different.
Yeah, but this.
Discussion.
What I'm saying, there's a lot of room for diversity as opposed to just the.
And for changing the nature of what you see on it as well.
Right.
Okay.
Second thing is cover mounts, which they do a lot in the United Kingdom. So the Daily Mail, which has 2 million circulation on Sundays, gives away a free DVD every Sunday, 2 million of them. Now this increases the perceived value of the Sunday paper by a certain amount, and when you think about it, it's a kind of a very effective way of distributing something as light as a DVD, because the newspaper is going out anyway. So instead of paying $3 or $4 in postage and handling, it's just in it.
And how is that monetized? Who's paying?
Well, they pay. The newspaper pays the content owner, not a lot, but still by the end of the day, I think it's £200,000, which is $300,000. But there's no expenses. It's like that. So in a way, it's better than television in the UK.
Yeah. Now the newspapers have the money to do that, because the newspapers themselves are struggling.
But this is the way they keep up the circulation.
So
this is a way of boosting the circulation. And I think the next thing after that will be they'll start putting occasional ads on the DVDs instead of just having DVDs. Because remember when there were no ads in the cinemas? I mean, the Coolidge is one of the few places that doesn't have ads.
So if you get to a commercial theater early, if anybody hasn't done it, if they're really dedicated independent film goers, you will be amazed. I went to one about a half hour early, and it was nothing but amazing commercials.
Sure.
But they sure were commercials.
And the third thing is that platform that's just developing in Asia, and which is phones. Using phones to promote films. Then you can buy them later on DVD. But also, when you think about it, eventually, and they have more developed systems than we do, but you'll download the film, you'll pay $1 or maybe less, because they're used to paying micropayments on the phones, which you now have big payments when you go through a normal system like Visa. So then what will happen, it'll be on your iPhone, and then there will be this device that lets you either project it, or you just store it and then you put it onto your TV, because through your phone. So instead of it being, well, nobody will watch a film on it. Well, you don't have to watch it there. It just becomes the delivery vehicle.
Right.
Then it goes to wherever you want. So that may be huge. Because
and they are doing this in Asia now?
They're just starting.
And all these things obviously get picked up here.
Of course. Well, see, we have a lesser system than the Asians, because they just say, we will have this system, and everybody just does it. Here we have a lot of competing systems, and they have to sort itself out.
Oh, okay, sure. So the cover mount thing is fascinating. Have newspapers tried this? I mean, because they're struggling.
Well, they've been doing
so
this
hard.
for 5 years now.
But in the States here at all?
No, but it will come, I think. Especially because now that there's a globalization of these magazines, maybe it won't be newspapers here, maybe it'll be special interest, so that there'll be a car racing film on a NASCAR magazine, and there'll be...
Leak it in that way.
Right, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because why wouldn't it make an interesting way of distributing specialty interest content?
Targeting your audience much more specifically that way.
And I can just imagine, and on the cover of it there'd be a little ad, or in the sleeve, or maybe one little 20-second ad before. I mean, I could just see the possibilities in people grasping, because there's so much clutter.
Well, they think they're getting a free movie, so what's one little ad for?
Exactly. Well, they are getting a free movie.
What kind of films are they distributing? Do you know?
Well, all different kinds.
I mean, are they large commercial films? Are they independent films? Are they short
they're,
films?
no,
or-
they're more. Well, it might be cinema paradiso.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it might be something with, or it might be something totally fresh, or it might be an old TV program that everybody's forgotten about that was excellent, and then that the content owner says now it's okay to go out in this medium.
Right. So it's something that with which they might already be familiar. A film from the past.
Might be, or it
something.
might be fresh. Either one, depending on.
Well, the idea
or a
of doing
mix.
it fresh for an independent film magazine, Film Comment distributes somebody's short film for them by way of their magazine.
Perfect.
Perfect. We're giving you ideas out there, filmmakers.
But we have to have more and more and more and more alternatives, more and more possibilities,
Yeah.
and more ways of showing different lengths and charging different amounts for different films that cost different amounts. Because in a movie theater, the advertising is always the same, whether you buy a quarter-page ad for a small film or a big film. It's still good. And I think that this ability to sort of have different lengths and different prices is going to open up the.
Not to mention coming attractions on the film that gets distributed.
That's right.
Yes.
Exactly right.